Hello and welcome to the chaos. I'm Kristen and I am the owner of the craft store Cheerful Chaos Crafts. I do crochet mostly. Kitty cat coming for a visit. And I also do rabbit shows and stuff like that, but that's a whole separate thing. Today is going to be another episode of everything I've made since the last time I showed you everything I made. I have them in bags this time for no particular reason other than that it was closer to me than that empty tub was at the time. I have a market coming up tomorrow in Meridian. A holiday specific market. It's called the Holiday Extravaganza. And so I've been doing some prepping for that and kind of restocking from the last market. So let's just jump right in. Just yesterday, these are not going to go in any kind of particular time order. I'm just going to pull them out of the bag. So just yesterday, I made these headbands, little Christmas light bulb headbands. I wanted to have at least a couple of Christmas specific items at this one. I didn't have time to make a ton of Christmas stuff, and there's a few more that I do want to make before the next market, but I do have two more Christmas themed markets coming up, so I'll have some time to add a few more Christmassy things. So there's 3 of those headbands. Moving on, the next Christmas item, tiny snowmen. This pattern is from this one from Rose and Lily. No, the reindeer that I want to do is from Rose and Lily. I cannot remember where I got this pattern. It's on YouTube. It was a YouTube tutorial, so I will pull it back up so that I can put it in the description below. Add it to my list. So I have 10 of these little guys in different colors. Like all the hats are different colors and the scarves are different colors. So I've got some with the gray hat and some with a black hat and a different colored band, and some with a navy blue hat, like blue velvet sparkle, and a dark green velvet sparkle, and then different scarves. So that was 4, 6, 8. Yeah, these are purple velvet sparkle. So we have 5 total different colors combined with different band colors. And so that's Christmas. Then I needed to restock on my Mabel chickens because they usually sell pretty well, and I was down to I think 4 of them, and I wanted to keep up to 10. So I had this ombre skein Bernat blanket that was in these orangey colors. So that became chickens. In a variety of different sort of orangey colors. Oh, we got fluff on you there, lady. And these kind of remind me of my buff Orpingtons in this orangey color, and then this one's sort of more like maybe a Rhode Island red or something like that. So I just finished off that skein, and I managed to get 7 more. So now I have 11 of these chickens. I needed some more of the keychain size ones too, so I wanted to keep 5 of those. So I grabbed this sandy color and made a couple more keychain sized ones. This one is what's left of some of my Hobie yarns, and I cannot remember for the life of me what the color was. It's sort of I don't know if it's coming through on camera. It's sort of a mustard color. So again, it looks sort of like a buff Orpington. But yeah, so I'm kind of using that up on keychains and stuff, trying to finish it off because it just wound up being a lot thinner than I had expected it to be. Alright, so that's that bag. I only had that one. partially filled. That's the one I've had sitting next to me on the couch the last couple of days. Get everything back in there. I think these will turn out. I think these will go pretty well. I like this pattern. This is another one of those YouTube tutorials, and the tutorial itself only takes like 23 minutes, and she doesn't fast forward through any of it. She actually at one point like makes a mistake and has to go back and fix it, and so it takes 10 minutes to make one of those. It's a really fast make. Not the whole headband, 10 minutes to make each little light bulb. Oh yeah, prices. I haven't been going over prices. So I've actually started pricing things a little differently based on some recommendations I've gotten from other friends who own their own business. I have a friend who owns a storefront selling board game stuff, and she's been in business for multiple years now. So going off of some recommendations from those, I have revamped the way I price things. So now I pay myself my hourly wage, so I have that factored in, and then I calculate the cost of the materials that it took to make the item, and I have all of this on an Excel spreadsheet that I made for myself. So to take the materials that I made the item with, and the price is now the cost of the materials times 3, because you want to repay yourself for what you spent on the one. You want enough to make one to replace it, and enough to make an extra one. So that's where the 3 comes in to grow your business. So you want 3 times whatever the material cost is, plus your hourly wage for however long it took you to make it. And then I've also factored in tax. What does tax, I'd figure out what percentage of that should be taxed and then add that into the total. So that gives me my minimum of what the price should be for an item in order to pay myself, cover taxes, cover materials, grow my business, and make a little profit. So, I don't usually, like my Excel spreadsheet will come out with all of that, and it'll say that an item should be, I don't know, $12.98 at the minimum, and so I will price that one at like 14, because I like to round things up. I like round numbers, and that gives me a little bit of a profit on top of just paying me back for my work, basically. So since these each took 10 minutes, and then I factored in, the cost of all the materials, work out to $20 a piece. These work out to $15 a piece, which I think is a great price point for something this size, and that tends to sell pretty well. Okay. And then I had one big axolotl. I made a second. I would like a third, just as a restock, but I don't have colors that I have been inspired to make an axolotl with. So I have this light green and dark green, and then I already had a like pink, dark pink, and I don't have any other colors in the Bernat that I'm like really inspired to make an axolotl with. So I don't know. I'll have to decide something. So, and these guys are $35. Next I have, this is one of my like Halloween leftovers, and this will be the very last chance for Halloween, because the market is tomorrow, which is the 28th, so like right before Halloween. So Zero the dog. This is a free pattern on Ribbler, and he turned out really cute. This is in the Just Chenille, the Premier Just Chenille yarn, which, as you know, is almost like a 4-weight. It's like a 4.5 weight yarn. So if you did this on a blanket yarn, it would be humongous, because it's pretty big like this, and he's $35. I have Tofu the turtle. I made 2 more of them. I think I still have a pink one of these guys. So I made this green on green and this sort of more fall color one. I had a pumpkin one where the shell looked, or not a pumpkin, mushroom one, where the shell looked like a mushroom. And that one sold at my private show last weekend. So 2 of these guys, and they are 20 each. I have a helper. I just threw this little guy together, trying to come up with some like things I can have like a basket of $5 items. And it's hard. It's hard to make something that would only cost $5 because you have to spend like next to no time making it. So yeah, I'll probably put him on a keychain and bump him up a little because I can't bring things down to $5. I really wanted to have $5 stuff, but I don't think it's going to be plushies. I think it'll have to be like stickers or something simple like that I, don't take any time for. This is Oslo. This is a pattern that I have made, and I'm still working out the kinks. It's not exactly where I want it yet, but I wanted an octopus that was a little bit more realistic. So you see how he's got more shaping to his head, and then the long legs with I wanted some tactile interest without it being like bobbles all the way down, which I'd done previously, because that just takes forever. So he's $20 like this, but I do want to make the legs maybe just a smidgen shorter, so they're maybe about there. I think that's where I want them. So working on that, but I have 2 of these guys so far, and they are $20 each. Hello, princess. Okay, all right, guys, that's enough. Back up. This was another attempt at a $5 item, but again, it takes way longer than that just to make it. So he will not be $5. He will go in a keychain or in a mystery bag. Maybe in a mystery bag, because I do need to make some more of those. So there's several items I have set aside for mystery bags. Another little candy corn guy. He's going in a mystery bag for sure. Please stop. Please stop handing me things. I have a pumpkin keychain. It almost doesn't look like a pumpkin. It almost looks like an orange. This is that same pumpkin pattern that I've been doing where you use slip stitches to create the ridges, but I overstuffed it by a lot. And so now it looks more like an orange, but it's just a little keychain. And I think this one, based on the time it took and the materials, I'll have to open up my spreadsheet, but I think this one wound up being like $16, $15, somewhere in that range. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. They want to help, but they are so distracting. Let's see, next thing I have in this bag is I tried this little clownfish pattern, and it turned out really cute. And this is on Instagram. People found it on Instagram, so I will link that one. And I made 3 of them. I didn't quite have the true orange color. It's showing it more orange on the camera than it really looks in person. This is the Just Chenille yarn in salmon, black, and white. So it's more of a pinky orange than a true orange, but I still think he looks good. And I think these guys were going to be 12. I think I'm really going to have to go back to my spreadsheet to figure out all that out. Then I have Derpy Dinos. This is a pattern on Gribbler. I think it's called the Chunky Dino or Chonky Dino. And I added a bobble for the nose because he had a flat face before and he was cute that way, but I just wanted him to have a nose. I wanted him to have a little more interest on his face. So I added a bobble and then I just freehanded the spikes down his back. I just crocheted those in. The pattern includes a way to make 2 different kinds of spikes, but they're both sewn on, and I just wanted to do something I didn't have to sew. So I have 2 of those out of this burnout blanket tie-dye-ish in a green color and a blue color. Okay, so that's those two. Another chicken keychain. Blue chicken. This, for those of you who like to play video games, is an homage to the blue chicken of Stardew Valley. Because I love it. So that's Premier Just Chanel. And I made one more spider, but it, with Halloween time being so close to being over, I didn't want to make a bunch of them, but they're really cute. So I made one more, and I made it with this sparkly velvet yarn that I got at Hobby Lobby on clearance one time. I just really like this pattern. And this is the pattern that I've talked about before. And I think this time, rather than making the legs separate and tying them in, this time I crocheted them on. It's still the same thing. You still just like chain out and slip stitch back. But I just did it, I just like in a line, crocheted them across in the little head section. And I think he turned out really cute. I like it. And the spiders are 15, I think. I'm so terrible. My memory is just not. It's early in the morning. I'm not all the way awake. I made another mushy boy. Chunky mushy boy. And this is that Bernat tie-dye-ish in blue again. I think this is the last of that. I think I finished that skein off with this. And he's got blue glittery eyes. I need to make one more of these just to be restocked on these guys. They go for 20. Let's see. Way down at the bottom of this bag. Go ahead and get these guys out. Another very popular item at my more recent shows, but again, it's getting near the end of Halloween season, spooky season, so I don't know how well they'll go, but I restocked up on ghosts because I had sold almost all of them. Same ghost pattern, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more, so I think that brings me up to 11 total on the ghosts. Okay. And then last thing is I have been making some hats, some newborn to like 3 month size, so small hats. I have this one with the double palms. This is the Premier Dream Chanel. Is that what it's called? It's the one that came out with on Valentine's Day that I think I've talked about before, that I got that whole big box of and then was really not happy with the yarn itself. So this is that doubled up to make it actually seem fluffy and soft. So I have double palm. I have a single palm with 2 colors. Single palm all hot pink. And since our Valentine colors are all like girly colors, so to have an option of like not girly stuff, I also did this in the tie-dye-ish, so it sort of looks like camouflage colors with a black pom-pom. And then I made a slightly bigger one more, so this is more like a toddler size teddy bear hat in the camo colors. And then I made a toddler sized pumpkin hat in this style. This was the first style that I made, and it's cute. I mean, it looks like a pumpkin, but it's not exactly what I wanted. So I actually took that same pumpkin pattern that I've been making all those pumpkins with, and I just stopped at a certain point rather than continuing on, and I just kept making it longer. And I have this, and I made 3 of these. And the pumpkin hats are all 15, and the pom-pom hats are all 10. So, because they don't take like any time at all to make. They whip up really quickly, and the little pom-pom doesn't cost hardly anything, and they don't use hardly any materials. So So that is everything I've made. I have now emptied out my bags. And I am getting ready for market tomorrow, holiday market. I'm hoping this is going to be a really good one because not only is it Christmas time and it's Christmas themed, but this is like the 10th year that they've done this market. So it being a long-standing market, I'm really hoping we'll get a good bit of traffic, even though it's going to be, 80 degrees and may not actually feel Christmassy in Mississippi. So that's what I had for you today. I was going to do a recap of the rabbit show and kind of go over what I sold and stuff with that, but I think I'll just make a little short, like a TikTok, like 1 minute type short out of that, and just like have the numbers like on screen, because it's not really enough for a full video, and this video is only already gone to 20 minutes, so I don't really want to make it longer than that. So wish me luck at my market tomorrow. And if you happen to be in Meridian, Mississippi, come and see us at the holiday extravaganza. It's in the Ag Center. And that's all for now. And I will see y'all next time.